It should start streaming. All right, guys. We are almost back. That was very strange. We got kicked off the stream in the middle of the broadcast. I don't know how many people are still here. Hopefully you guys will do us a favor and make sure that you like and share this broadcast. Share it on your favorite social media platform. This is obviously a very important subject. I'm showing 0 people watching the stream, but I know that's not true because we've still got lots of people in the chat. Thank you for staying put, you guys. It does mean a lot to me. You know that I enjoy this work and I enjoy bringing you guys this very important information. I'm working on getting Sergeant William Kotel and Nicholas Noe back on the line right now. Let me get that URL. We're sending it out to them. Here we go. Hopefully, as I'm getting this together, you guys can remind anybody out there who might want to see this broadcast that we are live right now. And we're going to be live once again, of course, with Sergeant William Kotel and Nicholas Noe. Just getting that email together right now. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut off the slow mode for right now so you can go ahead and chat away. Keep yourselves busy. Thank you once again for bearing with us. Very strange technical difficulties. And I'm just getting Nicholas Noe. W-I-L-L. Shoot. 1 second. Cancel. Okay, so looks like we still might have 2,000 here. Just getting R-A-E. Okay, and N-I-C-H-L-L, Nicholas Noe. New link. Okay, great. That new link has been sent out to Nick and William. You guys... Link in inbox. All right, here we go. All right, they should be back. For some reason, I'm not getting any chat here. Is the chat moving over there? No? Is it even working? The stream is not working? No? It shows that it's streaming. You guys, don't know what's going on. Let's see.
Back. We're back.
Okay, we're back. Okay. Standing by. Hold on.
We can hear you, no video.
Yeah, there is no video yet. Here we go. Video should be popping up. There we are. All right, we're just waiting for my guests. Okay, never left. Okay, 1 second. Please jump on.
They're right there.
Okay, we've got both of the gentlemen are here. We've got Sergeant William Kotel and Nicholas Noe. All right, you guys. All right, are you there, gentlemen?
All right. There should be a new link. Try again. All right. Oh yeah, right, my bro. We have to hang up if you're gonna do it.
Yeah, you guys are both in the call. You guys are both here in the call right now. So Sergeant Kotel, looks like you did it correctly.
Give him one more second here. Are we back? Are we streaming live right now?
We are streaming live right now. Yep, we are streaming live. But for some reason, we are not getting any of the chat coming through over there. So let me refresh over here. You guys, can I get some 5x5s in the chat? Can you verify for me that you guys are there? I'm not getting any stream. No chat is coming through. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh my screen.
I tell you what, guys, this happens way too often. Every time I try, Sergeant Kotel and I, or anybody involved with what we're doing, we try and go on these, and every time there's some sort of technical. I do this, my normal job, I use Zoom all of the time.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, it's going on.
It never happens. Did you have a question for them?
Yeah, I just want to say, Nick, so, do you think it's keywords? What is it? Because this happened when y'all came on mine, too. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
This
it's
happened
true.
when y'all
Hey,
came
it's
on mine
true.
as well.
Yeah, it happens that way, and it happened for me and Craig on Just Informed Talk. It happened, and it happens more often than it doesn't happen. I mean, it's only happened one time where I did not have the stream taken out, and I had to figure it out in the middle of it. And that Dave Janda was another time where it happened. I mean, it's outside the what do you call it, standard deviation of normal errors and downtime. So
Yeah.
I sent over a link in the chat. Can you play that real quick on your computer?
Oh, in the chat on this, yeah, the Zoom chat. Yeah, oops, shoot. Hold on. My computer is acting real funny.
You have a hack. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, let me explain this to you.
Okay.
We have
There's a lot
new
of
evidence
people
tonight
that
about just
like
how
to hack
far the Obama
computers and
administration was
these
willing to go.
broadcasts, and they think they're doing good for somebody, mostly Democrats and others. I mean, I disregard those people. I mean, because they're such cowards. But the truth is that this happens a great deal of time. You know, calls get interrupted, computer, communications, Skype, Zoom, you name it. So this is not an unfrequent thing. This happens too frequently. So there's too many people with too much access and too much time on their hands.
Absolutely. All right. Nick, did you want me to go over to this video here?
Yeah, play that really quick. Everybody's
Okay.
got to see that. It's been buried, so I'm glad that we're going to share it right now.
All right. Everyone in the audience, please do go ahead and make sure that you share this on your favorite social media platform so we can get this message out. Even if you've already shared it once before, please do. 1 second. I need to go ahead and throw the slow mode on right now. Oh, invalid request. What is that? What the heck? Yeah, this is new. This is new too. Leave the page. Okay, so we're showing 871 people still here. Let me go over to the new. I've already requested a manual review, but we started over again, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's see. Okay, slow mode is on. We're going to leave that there. Let's go ahead and go to the video. And Nick, can you set this up for us?
Are you asking me to hit play and then share my screen?
No. I mean, you described the video that you sent over while we're watching it.
Sure. Something that's discussed pretty often surrounding the events is that there was some shady dealings with weapons transfers. I know personally that the weapons that were required over there to where they're being shipped, they should have already had plenty of munitions and weapons, and they did not need any additional weapons from. I mean, I'm not, a strategist. I wasn't a strategist or anything like that, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that you can't have more weapons and people involved with what's going on. This video here is about Mark Turry, and him and another person were working covertly for the United States government, selling weapons through that area, and it was sanctioned. That's the thing; it was sanctioned. It's fine.
Yep.
The problem is what happened after he initially started the program, the weapons program, and you'll see that in the interview here.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead and go to that. And here we go.
We have new evidence tonight about just how far the Obama administration was willing to go to protect
share it to
Hillary
the screen?
Clinton ahead
Yeah,
of her run
that's
for
the
president.
only thing that's playing.
An arms dealer tells Fox News in an exclusive interview that the
I
full
don't hear
weight of the
anything.
Justice Department came down
Yeah,
on him
it's playing for
in
the
an effort
audience,
to
but
hide a
not,
secret plan to funnel
hang out
weapons
just
to
a
Libya
second. Let me-
that ultimately
let me
armed
change it.
America's enemies.
Okay, screen share.
Here we go.
Okay, you can see it now?
Yep. Start from the top.
Chief
Yeah.
Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge. New evidence tonight about just how far the Obama administration was willing to go to protect Hillary Clinton ahead of her run for president. An arms dealer tells Fox News in an exclusive interview that the full weight of the Justice Department came down on him in an effort to hide a secret plan to funnel weapons to Libya that ultimately armed America's enemies. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge has this exclusive story.
All of this happened under Hillary Clinton's watch. It would actually be Secretary Clinton.
In his first television interview since criminal charges were dropped against him, licensed arms dealer Mark Turi says the Obama administration, with the cooperation of Hillary Clinton's State Department, tried and failed to make him the fall guy for a 2011 covert weapons program to arm Libyan rebels that spun out of control.
I would say 100% I was victimized to somehow discredit me, throw me under the bus, you know, do whatever it took to protect their next presidential candidate.
5 years into the investigation, Turi says the Justice Department dropped the case to avoid public disclosure of the weapons program that was designed to force the ouster of Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi.
Those transcripts from current as well as former CIA officers were classified. If any of these relationships would have been revealed, it would have opened up a can of worms.
In 2011, the administration wanted to arm the Libyan rebels, but UN sanctions blocked the direct sale. Working with the U.S. government in Capitol Hill, Turi says he came up with a solution. Turi's plan was to have the U.S. government supply conventional weapons to the Gulf nations Qatar and UAE, who would then in turn supply them to Libya. Turi says he was cut out of the plan, and Clinton's State Department used its own people, with weapons flowing to Libya and Syria.
That's how they lost control over it.
Who got these weapons? Was it Al-Qaeda? Was it Ansar al-Sharia? Was it ISIS in the end?
All of them, all of them, all of them.
Turi exchanged emails in 2011 with then U.S. envoy to the Libyan opposition, Chris Stevens. A day after the exchange about Turi's State Department application to sell weapons, Clinton wrote this email to aide Jake Sullivan. Quote, FYI, the idea of using private security experts to arm the opposition should be considered.
Do you believe these email exchanges are a coincidence or connected?
When you look at this timeline, none of it was a coincidence. It was all strategically managed, and it had to have come from her own internal circle.
Since first telling his story to Fox News, Turi says he's lost everything in his legal fight with the Justice Department.
Catherine, it's completely un-American.
In Washington, Catherine Herridge, Fox News.
An extremely interesting story. I think many people might be familiar with Mark Turi's story, but might not be familiar with the way that it all ended up, because it was so summarily swept under the rug. They did a real good job of demonizing him, and then they did a real good job of making sure nobody knew what happened. Nobody knew that it was completely dropped by the Justice Department, because clearly he did have the sanction to go ahead and sell these arms in Libya. Now, the arms that Mark Turi provided are the same weapons that ended up killing American lives on that day in September of 2012.
I'm not sure that that's the case, but I think it might be related to what happened, though.
Okay.
Something you'll find here. Let me pull up a web page with it.
Yeah, if you guys didn't have any evidence to say that that was the case, then that's totally fine. I wondered if that was one of the things that you guys had come across in the gathering of the intelligence that you guys had there.
Well, something that happened that people probably don't know about is that there were weapons being sent over there, and they were supposed to arrive in Syria, and they never arrived there. They didn't make it there, but for some reason we thought they would. And then, it's been alleged that they ended up in the hands of the wrong people too after that, which is not surprising, considering the circumstances with all the other very odd things happening at the same time. To include, with everything with Egypt, I think there's going to be a lot more involvement with that. If you look at the way everything happened, any average person would understand that this is all kind of connected. And I think usually, as Sergeant Kotel would probably tell you, that you can find out a lot by following the money in regards to any sort of things that are happening that are out of whack with this sort of stuff. Sergeant Kotel actually used to investigate a lot to do with money investigations, and he came really close. He flew too close to the sun on one occasion.
Yeah, you're correct on that. I appreciate that intro, Nick. The whole point is that you can trace money, and the money will give you a lot of the players involved. And those players obviously lead to more players. In this case, with the Benghazi issue, and with Egypt having deposed Mubarak and put in the Morsi Brotherhood, which is the Muslim Brotherhood, and with the attacks in Benghazi, bin Laden getting killed, the stifling of the intelligence information about Al-Qaeda-led attacks, which are based Sunni mostly. I mean, there was a lot of things at play that I can discuss factually that's unclassified, but there's other things that are in play I don't have direct knowledge of, I can't comment on. And then there's other things that are classified I can't comment on.
Of course.
But it doesn't take a genius within your audience to figure out, and yourselves, that there's so much that was going on that year. I mean, obviously, we can assume that it was to ensure a re-election. And that re-election was guaranteed based off of, the termination of a high priority target, which was good for everybody, to be honest. And other things that went on that weren't good. Anytime a public official that takes an oath decides they're going to lie or cheat or cover up issues or stories, they're violating their oath of office. And anybody that's worked in the government knows that is a federal crime. So that's a big deal.
What's really unfortunate, Sergeant Kotel, is that it really seems like over the years we've come to learn that this is all too often the rule and not the exception. That there is just so much of this taking place in our government. There are people, unfortunately, who are only in these positions of power in order to provide self-serving, continuation of that power to themselves, to their friends, their family members. And I want to say, unfortunately, we just lost Nick again. Nick's internet was cut this time, and he has been shoved out. It sounds like he may not be able to rejoin us. His entire internet went down. Oh, no, here he is. Thank you very much. Nick, are you there? Nick, are you there, sir?
He's probably connecting.
I'm back. All right, so I'm sorry to drop out of there. Of course, my internet goes down and never goes down. And yesterday it went down when I was talking to Craig on... oh, shoot. Are we down again?
No, you're here. You're here. We've got you.
All right.
Please continue.
Where were we? All right, so Mark Turi. All right, so we talked about that and had that up. And something I wanted to say when I got cut off there is I wanted to talk about how it was strange how Egypt was overrun at around the same time, right?
Yeah.
And then, I think everything's kind of interrelated, how things are. And something that Sergeant Kotel can really relate to is that he used to work a lot in is trying to recover money that was stolen. And, whenever stuff gets over there, it seems like a lot of stuff goes sideways. And I think that if we follow the money, that we're going to see how everything is kind of connected with that. But, obviously we don't have that information right now, but I think that in time, it'll all kind of reveal itself.
Absolutely.